Hi everyone, this is Jake Crew and welcome back to Blind Faith. This week I'd like to talk about making sure that we ask for help from Jesus when we need help from Jesus. I'm going to start out by telling you stories. So, not this last Sunday, but the Sunday before, when I was sleeping, I had a dream that the devil came to visit me. And so this was already a freaky dream. And he was trying to tempt me into saying yes for something. I don't even know exactly what it was. And I just kept praying in the dream, praying, just saying the Our Father over and over. And he kept getting more and more violent, threatening my family and stuff. Then start, in the dream, ripping open my stomach and stuff. And it started getting really scary. And then I woke up. And before I'd fallen asleep, because this dream occurred at like 4 a.m. Before I fell asleep at 4 a.m. again, because I was up, I had felt like there was a presence or something with me. So then fast forward to the next Sunday, this last Sunday, I was sleeping again, woke up at 4 a.m. and kind of felt that similar thing. There was something freaky next to me. And right away I prayed to Jesus and asked Jesus to protect me during the night. And I fell back to sleep, and all of a sudden I heard the devil's voice again, so it kind of started freaking me out in my dream again. But then all of a sudden there was a man wearing a bright light standing over me, and he was leaning over me and kind of touching my forehead and stuff. He goes, "Let me know when the darkness comes up behind me." And I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden the darkness shows up behind this man. Crazy thing is, usually I can't see in my dreams very good. And I go, "Oh, the darkness is behind you," and he spins around quickly, and the darkness just flees out of my room. And then he picks up this like tennis racket looking thing, whacks all the darkness out of my room. And although this was just a dream, I think it holds an important message for us to remember that in times of need, we do need to go to Jesus. We do need to ask Jesus for guidance. Don't be afraid to ask Jesus to protect you during the night. Don't be afraid to ask him to keep your loved ones safe. Don't be afraid to ask him to keep you safe in stressful times. Don't be afraid to ask Jesus to stand over you, to watch over you, to protect you in times of hardship, fear, and need. So that's one way we need to remember to call on Jesus when we need help. Also, when we're upset, we need to talk with Jesus, because Jesus is our friend. Jesus is there for us. Jesus will never let us down, and that's the awesome thing about Jesus, is because he is basically like a best friend. He will not ever tell you, "Oh, I don't have time for you right now. You'll have to go to someone else." Or if you call him at 2 a.m, he's not going to be, "Oh, can't you call back tomorrow morning? We'll discuss it at a more reasonable time." No, Jesus is there all the time for you. He is there whenever you need him. And it's really important to remember this throughout life, that don't hesitate to call on Jesus. Jesus is not. It's basically, Jesus is not your friend on speed dial. Jesus is your friend that is there with you all the time. That maybe you feel like he's not with you, but if you go, "Jesus, please help me," always know that he is listening. Always know that he is close and he will hear you. Sorry about the roosters. He'll hear you. He will listen. He will protect you. And I think that out of my 2 dreams I had, I think that's a very important message, because the first one shows the situation without Jesus, how bad it got. Because I never asked Jesus to watch over me. In the dream, my mouth was kind of like frozen shut and stuff, and I couldn't talk, couldn't ask for help or anything. I was just stuck there. I could not do anything. Second dream, I asked for help before I fell asleep, and that dream was actually a really relaxing dream, because it started out like that freakiness that the devil was coming. But as soon as Jesus appeared, and I knew it was Jesus standing over me, bright light, and he lit up my whole bedroom. My whole bedroom in the dream was bright light, and we have to remember that is Jesus in our bedroom. He is with us. He is lighting our bedroom up. He is the light in the darkness. He's the light we need to look towards, because sometimes when you look around the world, all we see is the darkness. All we ever see is the devil's work. We have to remember that Jesus is the light of the darkness. Jesus will protect us. So the message for this week, make sure you call on Jesus when you need help, and make sure you remember that Jesus is always there for you, because when I didn't remember he was there for me, my dream got a whole lot worse. When I remembered he was there for me, my dream turned around and actually ended up being a great dream. So just remember that this was just one situation that I think we can relate to many aspects of our life, that Jesus is there for us at most times. This is Jake Kruger, Blind Faith. Thanks for watching. See y'all next week.